Following the signs, welcome back. Welcome to the weekend. This is going to be an all signs reading. I haven't done one in like forever and a day. And yes, I'm not long out of bed, so I still feel a little puffy. Um, if you haven't got one of these, like do yourself a favor, get a gua sha. Great for lymphatic drainage, great for like really making you feel like you're making your skin younger and all the rest of it. But I'm sure you don't want to watch me do it, but I just kind of feel like I need to. So someone here could really be, maybe you're needing to have some stagnant energy moved through. Maybe you are looking in the mirror these days and being like, oh my God, is it me in there? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's important to try and have that respect and love for yourself at every stage. I think it is a real challenge. It's like society's kind of really prompting us to really start hating on ourselves when when we mature, when we start getting older. But this is like where there should be like, you made it. You absolutely made it. And I watched a funny short that was like, millennials are the only generation that are looking better in their 30s than in their 20s. It's fucking true. It's definitely true. And I think because there was just, not only like a lot of misinformation growing up, like there's just also like, I feel like my daughters are growing up with tutorials of how to do things, how to make themselves look good. Also, they're banging on about skincare and sunscreen. I was never told to take my makeup off before bed. I was never told that I should put sunscreen on every day. I don't know why this is all coming up, but maybe the signs of aging could be impacting you in some way, or maybe you are a late blossomer. Maybe you are noticing you're getting more compliments now. You're aging like a fine wine. And yeah. Anyways, this is going to be in all signs. I'm going to drop the timestamps down below. I always want to do that down below. They'll be there in the comment section. And yeah, what could you benefit? It's going to be like just some quick answers for this weekend. What's coming up for you? I'm going to get an energy oracle. We're going to be starting at Aries. Happy birthday if you are an Aries. And yeah, so I'm going to pop it down for, what we got? Let's go 3, 12. Aries. What could you benefit from knowing this weekend? A quick answer spread for Aries. How are you showing up this weekend? The Ranger. Someone could be having a birthday on the 11th. I will nurture others and watch them grow. Someone could be pregnant. Someone could be really nurturing something that you're growing. This could be a business. This could be a physical baby. This weekend you could find that you are maybe a little tired. You've been overstretched in the way that you nurture everyone else. Like you haven't had an opportunity to really pour back into you. That initial messages from me before, maybe this is resonating for you in the sense of you're really wanting to, you're feeling it. You're feeling like when you look in the mirror, you're just like getting really down on yourself. And you could be a parent. You could be someone that takes care of a lot. Like for someone here, you could live on a farm. But the same care and love that you put into those around you, you're being really called to pour back into you right now. You know, things could be feeling a little hazy in like there's a lot that you've been having to do showing up in your practical life that it could make the, you know, this daughter spirit, you could really be feeling like disconnected from the things that you want to manifest, or even just from feeling the presence of your guides, of God, of, you know, those opportunities that usually, like, you could be someone that looks around and usually you will get a sign. You'll see something that really, you know, you feel it's meant for you. But maybe lately it's been quiet and nothing has really been jumping out to support you. So let's get this quick spread. Messages for Aries. What are they needing to know here with this? Quick answers. Messages for Aries. Okay. You know, you could be dealing with money concerns at this time. You could also be dealing with like having to make big purchases, or you could have had some big things come in recently. Okay, Aries, where were we? I feel like you've got a lot going on. And like this weekend, you could really just be maybe almost trying to preoccupy your mind with helping others and being there for others, or throwing yourself into work just based on the fact that, you know, whatever could be have been going on for you is pretty fucking intense here. You know, I see like you've been in states of burnout. You know, there's been a lack of self-care. There's been just like having to keep doing rather than being able to take time for yourself. You could have someone that's like always keeping you on your toes, someone that keeps you very caught up in their needs, that you are becoming a little rigid. And this could definitely explain this Four of Pentacles. Like you're just in a state of like, well, I have to remain in control. Otherwise, I'm gonna low key fall apart here. It's not a way to be living. You know, and there's like potential here for this to just keep repeating. Like life could really feel like it is going around in circles for you here. There's like a massive disconnect with your, you know, what you envision and how you want to be feeling versus what's going on and how you are feeling. There's almost like a refusal here. And this may not be on your behalf, but there is like a refusal here to accept that maybe something is over, or maybe something is really, really not good for you when it comes to a connection with somebody else, when it comes to a living arrangement, even. There's like a need for accountability here. There's a need to be able to really admit. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign. For some of you, this could be a parent. This could be a mother. For others of you, this could be like a partner, an older sister, a feminine energy that is like very harsh, very cold, very stubborn, and very much projecting a lot of their own inner turmoil onto you. And I mean, as the Aries sign, like you could be one that is usually not one to back down, not one to like stand for this type of shit. But it's like someone has really put you in a space where it's hard to even feel like you can trust your own intuition at this time. Aries, this is not fair. You know, there's an opportunity for you to be able to seek comfort. this could be with a sibling, this could be with family in some way. This could even be like with childhood friends. But there's opportunity for you to have a little bit of time out this weekend in order to be able to maybe get some of this off your chest. Like, this feels abusive, borderline. What's going on here? I know that this message won't be for everyone, but for others of you, it's very much indicating that there's a strong need for you to be able to reconnect with yourself, like relaxation, time out, and a moment to just release any worries that may be troubling you. There's a lot of pressures economically in the world right now. But I feel like, you could be dealing just with, for some of you, legalities that are very draining. This could even be like insurance companies. This could be just unpaid fines. But there's something that it's lingering over you. And there is like a need to be in a good space in order to be able to approach these things. For some of you, like if you're dealing with this person, separation is needed. There's a need for you to be able to have some time away, a little retreat. And if this isn't achievable, if this isn't possible, this is you like deciding what you at least want to be doing for the day. I'm going for a walk. I'm going for a nap. I'm going for something. Something about sharing the load. For some of you here, if you have children, this is like dropping them off at the grandparents, allowing yourself to be able to have some time out. Realizing that you are worth more than what you are currently receiving, and being able to put yourself first as well, because there's a lot of, you could just feel very overlooked right now. And this could even be just this message from Spirit to you, is to stop overlooking your own needs. Stop overlooking yourself here, because you deserve happiness just as much as anybody else, but you also deserve to be cared for. And if you have no one that's showing up to care for you right now, Aries, this is where you've really got to do that for yourself. I'm going to move along and we'll move into Taurus. Hey, Taurus. This is going to be your quick weekend messages. Let's see what is going on for you right now. How are you currently feeling, Taurus? The gang leader. I will prioritize myself and my own needs. And someone who's just like, this weekend you could very much just be a little RBF. Like, people may look at you and be like, ew, don't say anything to them. Taurus has got a look about him this weekend where it's like, please just don't mess with me. But I mean, for a lot of you, you could actually just be deep in thought and not realizing the look that you've got going on for yourself right now. There could be a lot on your mind regarding your stability, regarding your future, regarding like where, your money's going to be coming from. There could have been like a failed attempt recently, or like a missed opportunity where you're feeling now like people are going to come at you about it or have something to say. And you just might not be in the space to wanting to hear that. But I feel like, you're someone that is leading others. Because you've got like a lot of commitments. There's a lot of people that kind of rely on you in some way. You're the one that's calling the shots. Some of you, this could be in a business dynamic. For Others of you, this could be you being the head of your household and like get that stuff cleaned up. All right. Let's see what is going on. This weekend, I feel like the current astrology is really like pushing people to their extremes. But something about your destiny is really guiding this weekend for you, Taurus. You know, there's an opportunity to seize the moment. You know, something hasn't been particularly comfortable, something hasn't been great. I feel like you may have been dealing with someone that is just not learning, not open to change, not, the way they communicate with you is just very childish a lot of the time. For some of you, this could very much be with a child that is trying to have power over you in some way. There's a lot of like, a need to be right, a need to win the situation here. Someone that will do anything to get the upper hand at all costs. Even if this causes tears, even if this causes pain, even if this causes like, mess in other people's relationships, even. Just in order to feel like they're the ones in control here. And it's like, this isn't something that's going to be changing very quickly. Like, this isn't something that is going to be, someone is not growing. Someone is going to continue to use like emotional manipulation. Like, they might go from being, psychological's not working this weekend. I might pull out on the heartstrings. This is like someone that is very much like, it's been destroying you. You could feel like this is just such a mental game of cat and mouse that is keeping you feeling very stuck in it. Some of you, this could be an air sign, but I feel like this is something where like you're giving up the fight here. And you're being called to do that too. Like to engage with this type of swear words want to come out. To engage with this type of behavior is like, at a cost of your own peace. Like there's a lot of there's no avenue to trust here. I feel like because there has been history with this person, that's where it can also be the obstacle. There could be ties here with this person. This could be co-parenting. This could be a family member, a past friend. But it's something where it's causing you to not be able to trust like your own intellect. It's causing you to not be able to strategize yourself because this is something that is like making you question yourself. It's all designed to. It's control. It's cohesion. What is this Wheel of Fortune here? Because this is like something's going to come in quite quickly. Something's opening up for you to be able to jump on it. There's an opportunity that is arising. There is like something lucky coming towards you. How are you going to recognize this Wheel of Fortune? This might be something that doesn't look it may not look enticing for you. We've got the Devil and we've got Judgment here. It's like there's something to be able to give up in order to have whatever this is. Something's going to be calling you to make it a sacrifice. It's also calling you to emotionally withdraw in order to be able to follow this call, to feel strong enough to get out of this person's grasp. It's like there's two ways that this could present itself. Like, you're either going to feel like when this arises, like, oh no, I can't because, this other thing, like I'm getting someone could be really in your ear. Both my ears are going, Taurus. Someone could really be in your ear and putting a lot of pressure on you to conform, or like you're being watched. Someone here could feel like you're being observed constantly, every move that you make. You could even be looking at people that are around you who are friends and being like, I don't trust you. Like, you're on edge here, Taurus, whatever energy I'm picking up here. And there's a strong call to withdraw your emotions from it and surrender. Surrender to the truth, because you know that this is not right. And I feel like this is where this gang leader is stepping in. It's time for you to boss up here and to take control. Because if you are a parent and they're being subject to this type of behavior, you need to like follow that call, as in like, this is not okay. We don't do that shit here. Like, this is not how I govern myself. And there's something about really just like leaving this person, recognizing your worth. You don't deserve this. You do not deserve to be made to feel this way whatsoever. You could feel very restricted by finances. Someone wants to play God with your finances or your independence in some way. But this is only based on the fact that on some level, it's been allowed to occur. Like, you have an option here to be able to walk away, to remove the binds that this has over you. Others of you, this could definitely be people around you that you're dealing with that, it could come in some form of an addiction that you've had to it, a codependency that you've had to these types of behaviors. And maybe this is something that has been going on for you since adolescence, is noticing that you're always the one that is like putting up with people's crap. And there's a need to really prioritize yourself and prioritize your own needs this weekend, especially. Closing advice here for Taurus. Something about you needing to regain control and structure in your own life, with your path, with your sense of direction. There's something that you live by, something that you feel very much grounds you. And there's a need to reestablish the trust with that. For some of you, this is your connection to God, your spirituality, your religion. For others of you, this is something that has been very reliable throughout your whole life that you're really needing to get back into. All right. Gemini. We have got 24/12. Gemini, your messages for this weekend. Hearing a very random song by a group called, I think it was Starburst. Boy, you should be knowing I'll get your juices going. I don't know where that has come from, but I always used to think of the Starburst lollies, which I don't even know if they exist anymore. I'm sure they probably do, but they're not popular like they used to be in the 90s, are they? Something about all those colors too. starburst. Someone could be busting through the algorithm here. All right. What are the messages for Gemini? For this weekend, what's going on for Gemini? What is going on for Gemini this weekend? The Explorer. I will absorb knowledge and learn all I can. You could be taking a trip this weekend, Gemini. You could even just be like someone could be on Google, like heavily researching something that has really piqued your interest. Maybe you feel like when you start reading about this or learning about this, you could be like, oh my God, have I been living in a bubble? There's a few that wanted to come out here. There's been something to do with how you're communicating, Gemini. Yeah, we've got the 5th chakra in the reverse here. Someone could be 39. We've got 20 and 15. You could be born on the 20th or the 15th. But there's been a blockage in your throat chakra. Maybe it has not felt safe to talk, or maybe what you want to say or what you have been saying hasn't been really honoring your true nature. You could find that you've been looking around and being really noticing what others have that you don't, but you feel that you deserve to have. And it's you definitely do deserve to have those things in your life, the things like abundance, love, whatever it is that you desire. Yes, absolutely, you deserve to have these things, but it doesn't get us anywhere by shitting on people who do have it already, or feeling resentful for those that have opportunities that are working out when they may not be working out for us yet, because this can almost come as a bit of a block. There's something about really releasing, worrying about what others have or how fast their progress is, how quick they may be moving here. And for some of you, Gemini, this could be someone that is just, no matter what you do, they're never happy for you, or they're always looking at, what you still don't have. And this could really be causing you to not feel safe to speak your truth, or you feel like there's standing up to this person isn't an option. Someone could be really unempowered here. And this could be based on on the past of how things have gone, maybe when you have spoken up to this person. Healing is available to you at any given moment. And I feel like you've been running yourself rampant, trying to, have someone value you or validate you in some way that you are doing a good job. And someone here really needs to know that you are doing a really good job. And there's a need for you to find peace and have gratitude for this amazing work that you have done, even when there is someone here that doesn't have that ability. This is coming from their own space of lack, of dissatisfaction with their own life, that someone could really be projecting this onto you. Let's get your little spread here. Okay, Gemini. So there's a need to really learn to trust here. There could be, something you're not saying, something that someone else isn't saying, that intuitively, the truth here, the truth in the matter. And based on the fact there's been a disconnect, from being able to speak your truth, this could be where it's almost hard to trust that gut feeling as well. There's a lack of confidence in it, but there is power in this silence, Or it could even be someone else's silence that is causing you a lot of concern right now. But there's something like a deep knowing that you are just really sensing about a situation that, you're being guided right now to really trust this feeling, trust what is not being said. You've had a lot of patience and there's been like a lot of ability to allow things to just mellow out in the past, instead of like trying to force things. There is an option where, or you're seeing the options that are created through just allowing something to unfold naturally. And coming up, I see that there's something that you are really wanting to care for, someone that you're really wanting to care for, someone that, this could be like even someone that you could see as, a parent, someone that maybe is a parent even. But this is someone that is doing a lot for everybody that you feel like you want to help take care of them in some way. I feel like in your state of mind, you could have money on your mind. You could have like a task on your mind, and you could be like really just having this slower approach to like one step each day. I'm hearing that every day gets a little closer, whatever the words are there. But it's like you've got a plan in your mind. It feels like you could be just operating on your own time where there's, not a need for this quick approach. But it could also be a little overwhelming. Like you could feel like, well, even though I know what I want to do and I'm taking the steps in order to achieve this, it's just so hard to like be able to actually make it happen because there's so many other commitments, or there's so much that I've still got to do. Like by the time I get time for this, I can't be bothered, or I'm too tired, or I'm overwhelmed, or it's, all these other pressures are causing me to feel like I'm juggling things still. Or maybe for some of you, you are juggling something, someone. There's like a call to like the help that you need is going to come from balancing out your own internal conflicts. And this is really important, is balancing out what's going on inside before being able to give to anything, any relationships externally. Because while you're trying to give to something from a place where, you're not even, that was 333 on the clock and it just paused for so long then. That could be symbolic for you. Whatever this is, like you're really needing to balance out yourself, your own masculine and feminine, the wholeness within you. It's like there's something that is needing to be trusted, spoke on, like coming back to this throat chakra. There's like almost a need for tying up loose ends before being able to give to something. And it's like once this is achieved, there's going to be something really new and wonderful coming into your life. This could be a budding relationship. This could be feeling like, yes, I'm ready to actually take this step, to tell this person or to offer something to this person because I've gotten through the rest of everything else. Like for this to be confined down to like a weekend, it feels much bigger than a weekend reading. Mainly because it's like it could be something that you've been dealing with for some time as well. But for this weekend, like what is your advice for approaching this? Just feeling the love, being open to love, filling your own cup up. Someone here really needs to be like operating from that loving space, from the heart space as well. In every action that you do, I'm even getting visuals of someone like really washing their hair really nicely, exfoliating, like heaps of self-care right now could be really beneficial for you. Or maybe there is a need to connect with others. Um, hey, just calling to say I love you. Or, hey, guess what? I actually feel like this about you. I don't know what this is for you, Gemini, but the Ace of Cups is all about new beginnings in love, new ways of loving yourself. I'm going to move on, and we are going to be jumping into Cancer at 35, 36. Cancer, allow me to get these cards for you. I'm here loving each day just like the last. Who is that? Robbie Williams? No, gosh, Robbie Williams. He feels like such a thing from the past, a person from the past. We never hear about Robbie Williams anymore, do we? I want you right here, waiting for me, loving each day. You could have someone on your mind, Cancer. You could be thinking of someone. I am curious now about Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams is he's an Aquarius. You could be dealing with one. The Garden and the Gate. Okay. Someone, he could be 30. Someone could be born on the 18th or the 30th. Yeah, I feel like intuitively you are really rising up when it comes to your state of consciousness, or even just feeling your connection with your guides, with your higher self. But you're a little bit like hesitant at this time, Cancer. You know, we've got the garden and the gate. And I mean, in the garden, like, things are good. Lots of flowers. It feels safe in there. And it's almost like this safeness that keeps someone feeling quite stuck. Because it's like, it doesn't look scary out there over the fence. It's a big, massive field. Like, I wonder what is over the hill. But it's like someone's kind of really stuck in this unknown of like, well, but I don't know. Like, I am safe. I'm comfortable in the garden here. But something's really calling you. Like, there's something to just try. Open the gate, take a little walk out, see what's over the fence. Like, you're never gonna know if you aren't at least having a look or considering something in a new way. We've got the Undertaker here. I will go with the flow. You know, there's something about accepting. Yeah, accepting like what comes with loss. You know, if I try something, okay, I don't have this other thing anymore, but maybe that's okay. You know, maybe it's working out as it's meant to. And often when we try new things or we go into like a new area of study or a new job, like we go back to being like back at the beginning, back at a beginner's mindset, like not knowing, like we're having to learn. And there is so much value in learning. You know, it gives the brain a good workout and it keeps you like thinking with forward, like there's something to achieve in starting something new. It's all part of your growth. Let's have a look. What is all this for you, Cancer? Some of you may have just moved on emotionally from something or left something behind, or you are considering this. Maybe someone is waiting on you. Someone could be waiting for you to reach out. Something could have occurred around Valentine's Day or close to it, but it didn't come through. Like Robbie Williams was born on the 13th of February. Valentine's Day is the 14th. It's like someone might have really been waiting for something on Valentine's Day and it didn't come. Messages for Cancer here. What is going on? That is quite specific, but that could be for someone. All right. Messages for Cancer. What is the concern here? A lot of stress. This could be about maybe words said or about the way something turned out, someone's behavior. There's that Eight of Cups coming out. I feel like you're getting really quite honest with yourself, but you could be quite challenged by either another side of you or someone that has a lot of control over you, or someone that is very almost judgmental of what you do. Interesting, there's that Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups. They've both come out here. So it's like something's been causing you a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights, or if this isn't you, this is somebody around you. This could be an air sign that you've potentially been dealing with. This could be just parts of your own intellect here. This is something that is like very heavy in your mental state. But you could find it's mainly at night where it is really playing on your mind here. And this could be like, as in the past, maybe you've put yourself first in many ways. Like in your mind, it was the right thing to do to, win at all costs or protect yourself in some way. Again, this could be someone around you that has been using this type of behavior with you, and they're now like realizing the cost that has come at, which could definitely be looking like that you are walking away, you are emotionally withdrawing from something. And I feel like this is something that you've really had to get honest with yourself about, and something has hardened you. Maybe you've been tolerating like certain behaviors or talk for a long period of time, where now it's like enough is enough. Like I no longer wish to do this. But it could be like maybe instead of, it's like, even though you're getting very clear with this and you're ready to speak on it, you could still then be like getting very lost in your own mind and keeping it to yourself and feeling like you need to observe more, feeling like there's more that you need to kind of over rationalize for someone here, or get very, like, you could be getting very objective, or someone around you could have a lot of power over your thought space in keeping your thoughts preoccupied. But there is like, it's whatever this obstacle is, it's still very much matching up with your state of mind, with, what's going on for you right now. So it's not that these other thoughts are wrong or that this person is wrong, but there's got to be a happy medium here, because both of them feel that they're right. They both feel that they're right. The help is going to come from really not allowing anyone else's ideas or opinions get involved in this. This has got to come from you, Cancer. This is like also you not being distracted by other people or what other people have going on, or, oh, do this for me, do that for me. Like something is really calling you to make a decision for yourself here. And this could even be to do with a workplace for some of you, and maybe you're wanting to move on and go out on your own, but people are like, oh, and it's that very thing. Once we decide that we're going to leave something, everything seems like it's really good, and you can almost be feeling like, oh, I've fucking put in notice, and now I'm having a good day with Sharon, and But have you been having good days with these people? Like, what led you to this point of like wanting to freaking go? You know, the proof is already there for you. And this is where you could really be feeling restricted, like, oh shit. Maybe it's a bad decision for me to leave, but it's like we all, like, I'm just noticing that little birdhouse up there. There's something about spreading your wings and really just allowing yourself to leave this nest of comfortability to try something new, because, you know, there's so much out there. You could really be limiting yourself by this current environment, even though it's quite a comfortable environment. Yeah, there's nice things, or it's allowed you to have some nice things in your life. But yeah, there's something about your own growth and learning something new here. And you taking this leap, taking this step, like, it's really going to re-inspire you in the opportunities that you can take in life. What is the overall guidance that you are needing here? Release control. There's something about, like, don't keep fighting for things that are overlooking you, or don't keep fighting to stay in this comfortability and miss the opportunities that the universe is offering to you right now. Because on some level, there's been dissatisfaction here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be like looking elsewhere or considering this to even begin with. So, like, go with the flow, Cancer. Allow yourself to, like, release expectation on outcomes and just allow things to unfold naturally for you. I know that there's this fear of, like, even coming out of the shell. You know, you've got this very hard exterior that keeps you safe. But there's something about really just, yeah, allowing this, having this softer approach and getting real with yourself. Okay. Leo, 47, 16. Leo, how art thou? Leo, messages for your weekend. What is going on for you guys? Let us see. Let us see. I'm hearing energetically. What is that meaning for you, Leo? You could have, some of you could have low energy this weekend, some of you could have high energy this weekend. But there could be something that, like, you have been sensing. The Mountain Woman, I am capable, independent, and will rely on myself. You could be feeling like going off and doing something alone this weekend. Or, you know, something's pushed you into a space where you're just like, it's just me and the trees. Like, you know, it is Easter weekend, and this could be a time of family, friend catch-ups and stuff where maybe you're feeling like, I don't resonate with these people anymore. Or you're learning, like, you know, I only have myself to rely on at this time. And the Mountain Woman, she's not afraid to, like, go out and seek new opportunities for herself. Very self-protective. And she's not sitting around waiting to be told what to do either. Maybe you are someone that, you know, you have really had to learn how to take care of yourself over your life. She's got that flower in her hand. You know, there's something that is, you know, you still remain open-hearted. There's a sweetness, a softness to you, Leo. This could even be to do with matters of the heart. Like, you could feel like you are a little indecisive about what direction to go, whether this with life or whether this with a person. There's something really calling you to strategize, to make a plan, to think about what it is that you want to achieve from whatever path you're sort of weighing up the options to take. Ultimately, we're never going to know if one is a better choice than the other. Whatever you choose in that given moment is really going to be what you're needing to overcome and learn, or what you are needing to pursue at the time. Could be a lot just sort of weighing on your mind. Like, this could even be like, okay, I've been invited to this family do, and I don't really like these people. I don't want to be around these people. Or there could be someone that you are hoping to see there at a gathering. And it might be like, okay, like, do I apologize? Do I address the situation? Do I hold accountability? Do I just take some flowers? You could be a little bit like back and forth in your mind about, whether to actually go to this or whether to bring up a conversation of some sort for someone here. What is this for you, Leo? Something about your third eye too. Like, I feel like you are really awake to things that are occurring in your life, your own destiny, fate, the fates as well. No reversal. Okay, yeah, there is one that said no reversals, just as the Eight of Wands reverse comes out. You're kind of at a bit of a standstill, or something's like there's no forward momentum as yet. And this is because there is something really needing to, like, you need to come to your own truth here, your own breakthrough. But it's like there's been a lot that you've really been able to realize about, like the law of cause and effect, karma, karmic cycles in your life, and what it takes to actually jump on opportunities as they arise. And I feel like there could be many opportunities or a sense of direction that you are feeling guided to, but that you are kind of unsure whether to take or where they lead. And it's like because you don't know where these things lead. But it's like fortune awaits you in some way, like prosperity awaits you. And something about, like, yeah, needing to get really real and raw and honest with yourself. You might have just, received some money. There could have been like a something legal that has balanced out in a favorable way for you. Or even just like mentally, like there's been things that are balancing out in your thought process that now have you being able to see more both sides of situations, or any situation, having more compassion for those around you. But I feel like there's a real breakthrough coming this weekend. This is something like where there's going to be an honest conversation, or there's going to be like, you're going to get a strong yes, I should do this. But I feel like, there could be obstacles coming from, like, even just being aware of your own power and trust in your own capabilities here. So I feel like in your mind, you could be feeling very clear. Like, you could be feeling like you are able to really like cut through your own bullshit, be honest about like the areas where maybe, you haven't shown up the best, or you've needed to make tough decisions. And now it's like there is like so much opportunity around you that it could almost be feeling like I just don't know like where to invest. There's something about like learning something new, something about study, something about putting in a little bit of effort, a little bit of time. in order to make something come about. What is the Eight of Wands reversed here? Being called to heal something, like something is coming to the surface or coming back up because it's needing to it's like you can't move forward until this is addressed. For some of you, this could be with an Aquarius. For some of you, this is to do with like how you show up in life, and your confidence as well. This is, I feel like you've had a lot of clarity recently, Leo. Like you've really been able to, there's so many swords here. Like there's a lot that's been going on in your mental space. But there's also a lot that is taking you back to trust those, primal instincts within yourself too. Your confidence has really come back. But it's also like you've matured in many ways as well. Something about infinity here. I'm feeling very drawn to that symbol. And it's like, what goes around comes around. Like you could be wanting to like make amends with something or someone, even just from this new matured space that you are now operating. What is the closing advice for you? Something calling you to take action, but also something like new inspiration is coming in. And, there's a need to kind of take control with this or accept something. Like growth that is occurring for you needs to be almost like nurtured in some way or acted on. You could feel like you're getting a nudge this weekend and Spirit's saying, yes, go for it. All right, Virgo. We are at 5707. 5707. I'm going back to 505. Arctic monkeys could be symbolic for someone here. Virgo, let's get your messages for this weekend. What is going on for you? Messages for Virgo this weekend. A man holding a heart. It always gives me like a man that's very comfortable in himself. This luscious long hair. Someone very attractive. Someone that's comfortable with their own masculinity. This could be someone around you, Virgo. Someone that's wanting to share their love or offer their love to you. Someone that is very passionate. Some of you, this could be you. Someone could be 45. Someone could be the older man. I feel like there's a man that's very receptive. For some of you, this could even be like an older brother. This could be a father figure. But the scientist, I will share my creativity with the world. What is going on in here? If you are a masculine, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. For some, this could be a new man in your life, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this man is a love interest or friend, he brings a high intention to help with personal projects, family, or home issues are concerned. Okay, so this could be any of that stuff for you. But I feel like you could be really working on something. It's something a little unconventional. That maybe this could be someone that wants to really support you to bring this into fruition. Someone that's kind of believing in you. All right, what's the concern? The rate that you are moving could really be affecting you in many ways, Virgo. So it's like you've got a plan and you've been, taking the correct steps in order to achieve something, but it could be impacting you, yeah, on how long this is taking, or the fact that you haven't reached a certain decibel, a certain precipice in your career yet, or in your finances. You could still feel very small. But in the past, there's probably been more of a focus on connections in your life, or romance in your life, or having a happy family, or just family life in general could have really prioritized your space. Like some of you could be parents, you could have, like, obviously been caring for children. And this could have really slowed your growth in your actual career, taking a big time out. And like, just know you've done amazing work there. Like, parenting is almost like a career in itself in many ways. But I feel like you're releasing this need to control the narrative, like regarding yourself in the near future. Like, you could really feel like I need to get these things and I'm just going to buy them because I need it. Like, you're releasing a bit of control here, a bit of rigidity that maybe you've had regarding your finances. Because you could really see, like, no, there's something I need to spend money to make money. Even this weekend, like, if we're looking at this weekend in general, you could be like, let's go to the movies. Let's, now I'm hearing that Annie's on, let's go to the movies. But you could really just be like having fun and getting back into a bit of playful nature here. I mean, you could feel like at times it's very hard to, like understand where others are coming from, like the way you communicate, or those, even work. You could have had like a real shit week at work where it's like, now I just want to be around people that do understand me. Or you're even just thinking of new ways to be able to communicate with those around you, where previously there's been just disagreements or arguments. Like, you're kind of being encouraged to really look outside the box with a new way. This could be those that you live with. It could be arguments with children, arguments with family, or people not helping. So you're like, let's just leave it all and let's go out and do something fun to reestablish this love that we all do genuinely have for each other at the end of the day. But I feel like the obstacle here is to not slip back into those old, really depressive emotions of, like, maybe what you don't have. And maybe for some of you, this is like a partner. Maybe you are a single parent, or maybe like there's been disappointment in connections where, okay, we go to do this fun thing, but then we all fight and it turns out to be shit and we wish we didn't do it. So you're being really called here to try and keep the vibe hype. The vibe hype. Keep the vibe high. Like, you will gain more by nurturing the situation, by pouring into something, by caring for yourself here too. Like, even just allowing yourself to go have a really nice hot shower, put on your best clothes, like care for yourself before going out so you're feeling really good about yourself. And allowing others to care for you too. Maybe a parent wants to come and stay for the weekend or help out. Maybe someone could let you down. Like, you could feel like someone doesn't show up, or something doesn't come through financially. But like, who is this man holding the heart? This could really be like caring for yourself. I feel like this could definitely be you, like, being your own partner. If you're a feminine, like, you could really be like wearing both hats, where you're like, well, I've got to really care for myself here. This could also be like somebody who is admiring you and admiring your strength and your independence after dealing with someone that's caused them a lot of drama. What action is this person going to take towards you? 7 of Wands. Could really want to stand up for you in some way. This could even be in your absence. There's been time for something to heal, but it's starting to weigh quite heavy on someone's mind about whether or not anything's going to change. Like someone may have even been holding themselves back from surrendering to this. I feel like this is someone that is really observing you, loving you from afar, even. But for you yourself, Virgo, I feel like you are really committing to you, regardless of whether single or in whatever dynamic you're in. You are really learning how to be the own man in your life by taking action where is needed and protecting yourself in many ways. What is the overall advice here? There could be a quick change of heart regarding something. Maybe you've been very fixed or kind of, not really open to compromising, but this could change really quickly. There could be a quick idea, quick thought. There could be a message that comes in quite quickly. Yeah, that's going to cause a lot of peace. It's going to really balance things out that maybe you felt quite restricted by. Someone may want to pay for you to do something, I am getting. All right, Libra. See your little head poking out at the end of Virgo's reading. Let's write this time down. Libra 106. All right, Libra. What is going on for you this weekend? I'm actually quite enjoying this. Here we are at an hour 7, but this all signs has been something I've been wanting to do for a while. And I think because they do take a bit of time that I've kind of avoided it, but I've got the time here today. Libra, messages for Libra right now. Anxiety and community. Could be a little stress about will I ever meet the right friends? Am I lovable for someone here? Something's really been causing you to get in your head. And this could be about a community of people that maybe you don't feel like you fit in with. But the presence of this card is really suggesting that you are going to start aligning with people that really match your vibe. And even at this time, your vibe attracts your tribe. So it's maybe from the space that you've been operating from, there have been a lot of people that haven't been supportive of you. I will take pride in a hard day's work. I will absorb knowledge and learn all that I can. There's something about something that you do or something that you will be doing this weekend. You could even get great fulfillment from doing the mundane tasks. And, while you're doing this, you could be out tending to animals. You could be fixing things around the home. You could get some really, this could be where you really contemplate everything that's going on for you. And something has been causing you a lot of stress. So you could really be throwing yourself into work or even just having time alone. You could be stressing over the fact of oh, I would actually really like to be out this weekend. It's Easter weekend, or even whenever this finds you. You could be feeling well, I never get invited out anywhere. I wish I had friends I could hang with on the weekends. Or maybe something has occurred with a friend group where you are just you're stressing about it a little bit, or you have found out that a friend group have organized something and you haven't been invited. And there's something about really learning something from this. Messages for Libra. Okay. Some of you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign. But it feels like here, Libra, is like there's something that's coming in between you and a connection, or you and a friend group. You and there's like you could have found out that you are the third party in a relationship. I feel like this is something that is really hurting you in many ways. Like something's coming in between you and your heart's happiness. Some of you, this could be like work. This could be the lack of support or friends, but there's something that's causing a lot of pain. Maybe like recently there has been like a disconnect from feeling whole within, but there's also been like something quite karmic that you have found yourself in, or feeling like you've made a wrong choice regarding something or someone. But this is something that you have the ability to really counteract. If we think of that justice card, like there's equality is available to you. And there's something that you've needed to learn in this karmic cycle that is propelling your own growth, is like really manifesting more wholeness within yourself. But right now, you could be feeling a little depressed. You could be feeling quite down. You could be feeling heavily betrayed. You could be feeling very hurt. Like this is the worst that you could possibly feeling is how you might be feeling right now, Libra. This is not good. It's like, what's blocking you right now is like your attraction to something or to someone. Um, even just someone's control that they have over you when it comes to like when you see them, you feel like you just everything that you feel goes out the window because you like this person, or you have been very drawn to this person in many ways. There's something you admire about this individual. This could be a masculine that you admire or that you're attracted to, or this could even be a boss for some of you. But it's like there is help around you, and this is like a feminine energy. This could be like some of you could have a fire sign around you, like a friend, maybe someone that is very independent. Maybe this is this person's ex-partner. This could be a sibling of this person that maybe you are aware of, that can really encourage you to remember your own attractiveness here. Like there's something that you have, like you look great. You are great. And there's something about reminding yourself how great you are, and that there's many people that are very drawn to you and your energy and your character. And even if someone cannot see that, that does not mean that someone else doesn't. Someone could have really put you in your head, Libra, about yourself, your own confidence here. And there's something to really like release here. Stop trying to like compromise yourself for this person. This could definitely be like a past relationship for some. This could be something that feels quite fresh, being of your state of mind. Like you could feel real stabbed in the back right now. You could feel like there's people that are really untrustworthy around you. But it's like something is causing great change. And, this horrific ending that is happening for you is creating these new opportunities. Like you're going to be open and available for opportunities to align yourself. Like not being with someone or not entertaining something anymore is putting you in a position where you are going and doing other things that you wouldn't necessarily be doing had you still be in this. And this is going to be aligning you with others that are on a similar path, that can really support you and encourage your growth in many ways. It's also going to have you realizing too that the community that maybe you once desperately wanted to be a part of, it ain't all that. It ain't all that at all. And they were really a cause for all this anxiety that you have been feeling here. There's something very much about, like, this is teaching you something. As horrible and bullshit as this whole experience is, this is where, like, these traumatic experiences can often be such a catalyst for our own growth, for the changes that we need to make in life, for the ability to be able to grow and see our own worth in situations here, Libra. And I feel like you could be feeling very dissatisfied by what the feelings that this has brought you. Like someone is treating you like a fucking option here. And it's blocking you from being able to have other opportunities in your own life. Some of you could definitely be dealing with a Leo fire sign. But it's like, I feel like there's no use like continuing to fight for this, especially when it's not just you that's in the mix. It's like someone really likes to put people in competition for them. Someone likes to have everyone like, shaking at the knees for their attention. And I just really see you moving past this. It's like once you get this encouragement, this confidence within you, remembering your own brilliance here. Some of you are really quite spiritual, and maybe there's a side of yourself that you've really dimmed to be a part of whatever this is. And there's a call to action here for you. And she speaks her mind as well. She doesn't care if people don't like her. There's this real fiery energy that you got to embrace about yourself here and honor. Like I feel like as Libra, you could be very considerate of other people's feelings. There's something really telling you to only prioritize your own feelings here and your own passions, your own desires, like, because yours has not been considered in a situation. Success is coming. You must remember this, Libra. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your quick readings. Weekend messages for Scorpio. What is going on for my Scorps? Hearing big plans, big things. That could be for someone here. Big things to come. Maybe this weekend, like you're planning a big one for somebody here. Celebration, or even just like big time isolation, time alone. Someone else. What is going on? What is going on for Scorpio Spirit? We've got the gunsmith and we've got the clones. I am adaptable and will use what I have to face any challenge. I will accept life's contradictions and keep an open mind. You could have like a mutable moon sign. Or you could have like, a mutable sign somewhere in your birth chart. There's something that you could have experienced some heartbreak, some hurt, or like even just feeling disconnected from your heart space recently. And there's something really here about like, releasing that control. Like I know when something hurts, like it can be really hard to let go, or to like let go of how we now view that person or how we view certain types of individuals. Something's really like calling for you to release this. You could be born on the 22nd or the 10th. someone could be an October Scorpio here. Someone could be 38. It's just feeling personal, Spirit. What's going on? For those that don't know, I am a Scorpio sun. But you know what? The older I get, like the more, like, we all have a little bit of every sign in us. All right. Scorpio, what is the concern here for you? What's going on? All right. You know, there's a tendency this weekend for you to get back into a low emotional space. Like you could be just a little easily triggered this weekend. It's like you are coming out the other side and you could be very aware of this, but it's like little things could bring you down real easy. And that's because, like, someone has used your, it's like used something against you, whether this has been your emotions they've used against you in the past. Someone has, like, had a lot of power over you. Had you feel like you're treading on eggshells, or had you feel hurt by, you know, someone has just been a little selfish around you lately, and it could really be impacting you in this low state where this is where you really are having to remain vulnerable and open. This could be like a child for some of you. This could be a family member. It stopped, like you could feel like, I don't even know what direction to take anymore. Like, I don't know where this is going. I've just got to kind of be very present. And I feel like this is where this adaptability, use what I have to face any challenge. It's like using what you know, what you've learned over your lifetime, and to your own benefit, being aware that a lot of what everyone does is just projection, and learning how to, not saying that you have to accept shit behavior, but accepting life's contradictions, you know, like you're treating me this certain way, and that says more about you than it does about me. You know, you nearly being called to call in like angelic presence to your heart space. Like there's something that's needing to heal, because like while you are being adaptable to something, you're deeply hurt. You could still feel very deeply hurt by whatever this is. I feel like you're still showing up, you know, like your state of mind is still very much innocent when it comes to having an open heart, but you could just be a little like, you know, while I'm receptive, I'm not giving my everything here. But it's like what's almost going to help the situation is this beautiful receptivity, this matured emotions that you do have, like this highly intuitive, very empathetic nature that you withhold is really gonna like help balance this situation out. Like this is also considering your own feelings and knowing that they are valid as well. But there's a real like something weakens you. You know, there's something like that makes you feel like you don't have any control over it, that you have no power over it. But like there's going to be a shift. This weekend you could feel like you feel more in control of what direction to take after everything being really at a standstill. You could feel like there's like, you know, something that you're wanting to pursue, but you've been in contemplation about whatever this is. Or you could be contemplating a new path. What is this? Devil and the Knight of Wands. It's like how you make your moves has been very restricted. It's like you've been quite tied to something when you are, even at the times where you are feeling the courage to make a move or to move on. For some of you, like there is someone that's been quite toxic in like the way they show up for you, or even just that where how limited they are in what they can offer you. And this could be based on like who someone has around them, the influence that certain individuals are having over like someone that you are dealing with, leading them to make impulsive decisions. Like this could very much be like a parent dynamic. For others of you, this is like someone that cannot commit to you, cannot give you the love that you are needing, like someone that is just operating on a very different lens here. And you could really be trying to like see where they're coming from and to understand, like, okay, maybe there have been things that are holding you back. Like there's, it's like you're holding space, but you might be coming to the end of your tether here, Scorpio. You might just be deciding that there's a choice for you to make. There's a decision to make. It's like you are really seeking to have a soulmate in your life, someone that you can trust, someone that like complements all the work that you have done within yourself too. Growth is coming to, your stability, and something that you are really creating is long lasting. Something that you are going to have with somebody is going to be long lasting. And it's going to change like how it's been. Like I feel like there's a lot of growth coming. A lot of loyalty. I feel like this is even you being very loyal to your own morals and to your own idealistic views of what you want within family and what you want to achieve, what you want to nourish. Because you could be very used to like things just passing you by. And sometimes maybe there's been a level of allowing things to just pass you by because you've been in your own head about like this, I can't let go. But I feel like you're overcoming something and it's really leading you to abundance. This weekend, like you could feel like you hit a new precipice with something here. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Something very mutual is coming your way, or there's going to be mutual understanding that's going to help reach this potential outcome. We move on to Sag. Where are we? 128. Sagittarius, your weekend messages. What is going on for you guys? What is going on for Sag? The Time Traveler. I love that for you guys. I will embrace adventure and begin something new. Yeah, you could feel very much like you are wanting to like try something very different. You could even be going like for someone here, like you could have a weekend without internet. You could be like completely switching off. You're wanting to do something in a new way. Deceit and the Journey. Some of you could feel like you want to go back in time and wish you never fucking met somebody. Hang on. Yeah, Sag, there's definitely something here. Like some of you could have a lot of deceit and deception going on around you. Like rumors being spread, gossip that's going on, like where you feel like you could, someone could even be taking advantage of your resources, of your money. Others of you, this could be like, an aspect of yourself. Like you could even be having these feelings towards someone, or, I hope not engaging in this act of like spreading rumors or gossip. But it's like there's something about your own path where you could feel very creatively blocked right now. You could feel like there's an energy of almost getting in your own way here. Something like, what you desire to have when it comes to abundance in your life. You can see that 10 of Pentacles here. Let's have a look what's going on for you. Yeah, there's been like money could have been a real problem for you. Instability, things not coming into fruition, maybe job prospects, business opportunities, starting your own business. There's been a lack mindset, and a lack of anything actually being tangible for you to have. But I mean, like you've had some wins. You've had some things that have worked out, and this is why you could be feeling like, but why is this not working out? And it's like there's definitely something that's playing on your mind, or even something that you have engaged in or entertained, you know, maybe over this weekend or in time to come. You could really be stressing over this. Like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Or why am I feeling this way? There's a lot of like dissatisfaction with how you're feeling, and your state of mind could be very much in a little bit of like self-sabotage. You could even be, maybe overindulging, however that shows up for you, or with whatever that shows up for you as. There's something about being able to move forward with your thoughts and leave this turmoil and chaos behind. But there's like something that's in the way, which could definitely be whatever it is that is emotionally got such a hold on you at the moment. Could be an air sign around you that could, like, this could be a mother, this could be a feminine energy, someone that's a little older, someone that's a little wiser, or someone that has just really learnt from past mistakes could really provide assistance to you. This could even be an aspect of yourself is really needing to be like, well, this feels somewhat familiar. Like, I know what this type of whatever's going on for you here. And it's just going to be required to remember, like, your own capabilities, or like the things that you do have. Like, you could feel like very much like, but I need to do this before I can get that. Or I'm, even like confining this down to a weekend. It's like, maybe you thought something was going to work out and someone was going to show up for you this weekend, or some money was going to come through, and it hasn't. Or because you didn't follow through with something, something hasn't come through. Or maybe this is like, because you've overspent. Like, someone could have a night out and spend what they were going to use for something else, and it could be quite causing some stress. But it's like the obstacle here is remembering, like, whilst these are feelings of turmoil, you've also got an amazing ability to be able to flick the switch, to flip the narrative and see like the growth in it, the potential in it. Maybe even just taking a leap of faith on something that maybe those around you don't get, that they can't see. Oh, I don't know how that's going to work out for you. But it's like that it doesn't need you. Like, you already can visualize it, you can manifest it. This is something about like you already see it in your future. So it's about grasping it and going for it, and like cutting through these limiting beliefs, or even just being very direct with those around you about what it is that you want and what you're requiring. And maybe this is you like taking advice from someone that has done it, that has been there, or that is doing what you want to be doing. What is this deceit? I feel like it's something that you are very aware of. Something that, there's been some truth that's come to light in silence. Or someone has really illuminated something to you in some way. Some of you could be even like, this could be through a spirit guide is really coming to help you see the truth in something. But there's something to learn here. There's something to gain in whatever this is. To come out. For some of you, it could definitely be regarding like a friendship, a connection, maybe someone you've worked with, something that's ended in the way that you work with each other. And, you know, this could have happened really quickly, or someone could have moved on really quickly. And this is where you could just be like, I thought you said that you were single, or I thought that you were, you know, going to work this out with me. What is your closing advice here, Sage? There's a need to like be open to learn something new. Or for like, there's new growth to come from sacrifices, from surrendering to something. Or even just for like dropping judgment. You could be really like judgmental of yourself here, and there's a need to really like drop that. Everything has been for your own growth and has led you to this point. And, you know, with this little page showing up here, it's like you're still open to learning new things or to trying something new, taking a new approach. All right. Capricorn, 137, 35, Capricorn. What is going on this weekend for you, Capricorn? What is coming up? What's going on for Capricorn? Messages for Cappy. We've got here Cowgirl and the Horsewoman. I'm enthusiastic to learn and grow. I will use my patience and compassion to overcome obstacles. You know, I feel like you are someone that, you know, a lot of people do admire you. And you are, you know, the one that's really had the energy to kind of show up and to try something new approaches, very innovative and very ambitious as well throughout your life. And, you know, this strong ambition, it comes from having, we've got the fourth chakra here. I will use my patience and compassion to overcome obstacles. It's like you could be really tapped in through your third eye. You've got an ability to see the truth in many situations around you. And this is like very much what guides you. This, you know, could really aid you in not reacting in certain ways or taking anything too personally, especially when it comes to what you're trying to achieve, because it's like you are very aware that, you know, good things take time, just like a beautiful wine. Like, there's no, like, you've got a really good concept understanding of the illusion of time itself, even. So what's going on for you? I feel like you're very much operating from your heart space at this time. You could have done some deep healing recently where you've really called the angels in. Or you're being really supported right now, even if you're not aware. Something that you've been wanting to call in for your life could really be getting close. Messages for Capricorn. What's the concerns this weekend? Could be regarding a connection. Look out. A soulmate. 5. All right. One more card here. There's a connection that is definitely going to be providing a lot of healing for you. And this is something that you could feel like you can't stop thinking about it. It's something that is playing on your mind quite a lot. This is a connection with someone that you find that you complement each other well. There's mutual respect, mutual understanding, and you could feel like this person is your other half. For some of you, this deeply feels like a soulmate twin flame connection for you. This is something that also challenges you to be the best version of yourself. There's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of ascending together. And yeah, it's something that, you could even feel like, well, I don't want to be like, I want to be chained to this for the rest of my life. Or there's something that feels a little like controlling, like you're showing up here with the devil card. It's so interesting, these two being right next to each other. 1 and 5 is 6, and the lovers is the 6 card. 6 could be symbolic here. But there's something really surrounding like you and this other person where you feel very much like this is a soul contract here. This is something that I want to see out. And like there's something, a little bit of dissatisfaction here, maybe in your mental state where you feel like, there's not as much love in the situation as it feels like there should be. And it could be like there's like a level of comparison that you might be having. It could be to like the obstacle here with the Ten of Pentacles. Like this is like something to do with long term. Like maybe there's been a misunderstanding regarding about, the what you're both wanting to grow, how you're both wanting to grow. There's something like it could be to do with like loyalty to work, loyalty to family, having family even. It's something to do with the legacy that you want to leave. But I do see you guys really overcoming this by the deep admiration that you have for each other. And this is definitely something where, like, once you get to this understanding, there's going to be a lot of healing. There's something regarding being like the growth and inspiration from each other. Like, you could really inspire each other here. This is like one of those readings. Something's going to change. Expect quick changes, but there's also a need to, like, you could be operating from like very impulsive state where like there's a need to just not overthink things as well, and a need for compromise. There's something that needs to be put to rest, and it could just be really requiring to have an honest conversation here. What was this? Like, there's something that's very much like you and this person are very connected. Someone could just, there could be a difference in age. Someone could be a little bit more like naive in a situation where you could feel like, but I've lived this, I know this. This is where this patience is really being required, patience for each other in this situation. Someone could be 38, someone could be born on the 16th, 1st or the 6th. What is the advice here? Like, why is this showing up? I haven't seen so much love in any of these readings, Capricorn. You've really got the one here. There's going to be like an end to disappointment. I feel like there's going to be a reconciliation had. And like this could be something that you even feel yourself it is coming. There's just been a lot of confusion regarding like, ensuring that you're both on the same path here, on the right track. There's a lot of trust that is being developed within yourself and within this other person with themselves. And it's like what you're not saying, you're both feeling anyway. This is a very deeply connected connection. could even be like interference coming in between. Like, we almost don't want to ruin this reading, but it feels like something could really be coming in between you two seeing eye to eye. This doesn't have to be another person, although it very well could be. But there's a real call to not withdraw emotion, like, because we've got Archangel Raphael here that's really like protecting the heart here. And so, like, operating from the heart space is very important to avoid any misunderstanding or potential misunderstandings that could lead to like paths separating in some way. What is the devil here? Just for those wondering, what is the devil? It could definitely be like a need to discuss, how someone shows up. There's honesty, like someone could be very much like, well, I recharge by myself in solitude. And someone else could be like, well, I recharge in company and being able to have my freedom to explore new things. So, yeah, I feel like there really needs to be a conversation had, but there's truth that's going to be coming to light regarding, why this keeps coming up and presenting to be something that is an ongoing restriction or issue. Where are we at? All right, Capricorn, let's go on to Aquarius at 1:47:30. Aquarius, let's get your weekend messages. I'm excited to be able to post this. Got through. Weekend messages for Aquarius. What is going on for you guys? What's going on for Aquarius? Lapis lazuli could be symbolic for someone here. You might be carrying this crystal. You might find one this weekend or purchase one this weekend. It's also something like really about like your ability to like see things clearly. The Highwayman, I am determined and I will keep trying. Okay. And we've got attachment in the reverse. Yay. You are detaching from something, like even detaching from feeling like you've got to like wear a mask for people anymore. You could really start to be like, yeah, I'm going to keep showing up here. I'm going to keep showing up even when I feel like I don't want to. You could have someone that is around you that keeps like coming back wanting more from you. There's like a part of your personality that is like urging you to have a new approach with how you show up. Like you could feel like you've been very restricted by having to be a certain way in front of people, Aquarius. Whereas like now there's this part of you that's like keeps wanting to break through, and maybe you've had moments recently where you are dropping your mask in certain situations and letting some of that true nature come out. And maybe it is like you're feeling some sort of shame regarding it. Messages for Aquarius. Or this could be someone around you that you've seen their mask slip, and you see the way that they keep trying to reestablish some form of control to control the narrative, or like, no, that's not me. This could be a fire sign for some of you. This could be someone that like you have healed from in some way. I feel like, the concern here is like being able to like whether commitment is a thing, or like someone's impulsiveness. But it's also got a lot to do with courage here. I feel like in the past, like you've really got to a space where you were able to detach from something and to heal from it. to get yourself back in a space of having faith to continue to show up or to desire something. Like hope was kind of restilled for you. And that is bringing success for you, or that it has had you admired by someone, maybe someone that you've dealt with. But I feel like, right now you could feel like your mind's kind of very much got a lot going on in there. There's maybe a lot of creative pursuits. There's also like a lot of people's opinions that could be going on around in your head that could be impacting and affecting you in some way. And this could also be like someone else. I do really feel like, there's been someone that maybe you have felt like, emotionally withdrawing from them has been the only way, but like that could feel like it's come at a bit of a cost. It's come with loss. It's come with like letting go of, something that felt very comfortable, very familiar as well. But there's a lot of support in releasing something, or asking someone to share the load here as well. Someone could even be reaching out to you for help, or is like, I'm coming back to this, I'm determined and I will keep trying. Like something's getting very heavy or burdensome for someone to be able to carry, and they may be like wanting to come back and try something again with you. However, you might feel like, well, I can't budge on this. Like I am not compromising, my peace, my sanity, or my ability to be able to feel what I want to feel. Like maybe I don't want to be feeling this. I feel like you're very, protective of your emotional space right now. And that's based on the fact there's something that has caused you to like deeply heal from it. Something that's caused you to be able to detach and, pour back into you for a level of time. What is this highwayman? There's something that someone is really hiding. Like something causes you a lot of confusion, and this could really frustrate you. Like this weekend, you could feel like someone's come back around. They're, wanting and requiring something from you, almost putting you on the spot too. Like you could have like a random bump into someone where you're just like, I did not want to be seeing this person. And you could be put in a position where it's like, well, I've got to be true to myself here. Maybe in the past you have always really succumbed to this person's tactics. And now you're just kind of like, well, I can't do that. Like, what is the moon here? This could be like someone who has had you've had an ending with, or something that someone else is had an ending. There's been like something that put you in your head for a long time that you did have to take time out to overcome and reflect on this. But I feel like something is really done. And now this is you operating in this new version of yourself in this new cycle where, you've got to really, you've got to allow yourself to be here, Aquarius. I feel like someone else has really showed you everything about them, but there's still a lot that they're hiding about some form of betrayal. Something to do, like maybe something that caused you a lot of depression, a lot of hurt in the past. This is like someone that there could still be ties here. This could be a family member for some of you. This could be a friend, childhood friend. This is someone from your past where there's memories. There's moments of nostalgia with this person. But I feel like where you're currently at now, like you could really be, seeing things in a different light. And you, I feel like, are having this ability to release what attachment this had on you. However, when you're faced with it, it could be bringing up like past feelings that you're really needing to like not entertain, not feed, because this could put you back into like a very hurt space again. You might not even be like revealing how much something hurt you to someone. You're keeping your emotions very protected from someone at this time. Yeah. But you are showing up to be very confident. And there could even be something that someone else has suffered a loss based on, like someone else is receiving a bit of karma regarding whatever it was that happened with you. That feels like for someone here. All right. Let's move on to Pisces. Last but not least, Pisces. 156.44. We'll go Pisces. Your weekend messages. We made it to the end. Proud of myself. I can do it. You might be feeling proud of yourself this weekend, Pisces. You could be feeling like, there's something worth celebrating. You might achieve something that you've been procrastinating about for some time, and you do it. Let's get some oracles here. What is going on for Pisces this weekend? What does Pisces need to know right now? Got the blacksmith. That did come out for someone else. I cannot remember who at this point. I will take pride in a hard day's work. Who was it? I feel like it might have been Cancer or Libra. I don't know. Patience in the reverse. Like you may have been really you might have been feeling quite impatient with something, and now you're more in a space of like, I can only do what I can do. And even just having gratitude for the small things, the small wins. Temperance coming out in that first card. I feel like, you are having a lot of patience with something in your life right now. This could be to do with a connection. This could be to do with just those that are around you, maybe with a child for some of you. Someone that, has caused you to feel a little bit of disappointment here, Pisces, or even just like, a bit of pessimistic with keeping on offering your heart to somebody. But we've got the temperance here. Like I feel like for you emotionally, like you have been like working on balancing out your own emotions when it comes to whatever this is. Maybe something, started off really friendly. Maybe there was friendship here. Maybe there was like something to celebrate. There could have been like a recent event that you went to that felt like everything was all good or that things had worked out. But like now you could really be reflecting on that, like, well, why haven't I heard from anyone? Or why am I still here alone in bed? Like this weekend, you could find that you are lacking a little bit of motivation to actually go out and about. And that's why, like coming back to the start there, maybe something that you do achieve, it could really feel like such a win because you are in a space of, reflecting, some deep reflecting. I feel like, your state of mind is very much based around the home or based around like the relationships that you have in your life or how you want to feel within them. Like you desire to have harmony within your connections. You desire to have a place where everyone feels accepted, everyone feels loved and appreciated, and that you can, feel supported. by the people that you have around you too. I feel like you've been dealing with people that maybe are quite immature with your needs. You know, being that the 12th sign of the zodiac, like I feel like, you know, a lot of you come into this earth as such old souls and, you know, mature very quickly from quite a young age, experience big things from a young age. And it's so like when you are going into things, you are almost, you know, there's a part of you that is expecting to be met with that same depth and you're just not. And you could be feeling a little intolerant of this right now. You could be feeling like, well, I have the ability to fucking hold space, or I've, you know, like been really working on not blowing up here, but like you're just allowed to be reactive and I'm meant to be okay with that, or I'm meant to get over that. Like for some of you, this could be a child. Some of you, this is someone that is really behaving like a child with you or with your emotions, that you are just kind of thinking like, done, 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 we are done. What you must be aware of here is that, you know, things are going to balance out at the right time. It's like just when maybe you give up hope, like things are going to really, like there's something that's going to become like a fair outcome is coming. For some of you, this could be like someone that's able to come in and mediate, someone that can come in and really see what's going on in the situation and help be like, all right, well, this is for you and that is for you type sort of thing. Or like, yeah, this could even be counseling for some, like family therapy. Whatever it is, though, it kind of like, it could make you feel a little disappointed. It could make you feel like just a little unreceptive. Or it could take time for you to become more receptive to this again, to, you know, become emotionally available for it again in many ways, because, you know, there's something here that has caused pain. What is your overall advice here, Pisces? There's something about like where you put your energy and ensuring that, you know, you are getting back what you give out. You could be very much more conscious of who you give to at this time. And I mean, there could be opportunities to be giving to something else right now in your life, but something's really requiring you to like ensure that you are receiving the same back. What is this? Six of Pentacles, King of Wands. This could be to do with a fire sign. This could just be to do with like, you know, your own ability to take action and maybe like putting yourself first. And this could cause you a lot of stress. Like, is it the right thing to do for me to put myself first here? Or, you know, someone that is wanting from you right now. It's almost like very much giving like someone is maturing. Someone is maturing and they could now be feeling pretty guilty on how they treated you. This could be someone that previously has lied to you in some way, or that has, you know, caused like a need for you to feel uncomfortable around them, or like you can't trust them in some way. This is also someone that is now in deep regret about doing that with you, something that they didn't tell you or something that they did tell you, or just the way that they operated when they were around you. Like someone is feeling bad. This is also someone that struggles to express this, struggles to open up about it with you. So it's like I just cry myself to sleep. But I mean, like, I feel like you've shed a lot of tears here, Pisces, as well, regarding this, regarding something. For some of you, it could be a Sagittarius. something that you've definitely withdrawn from emotionally. And you know, you've still remained with this pursuit of like having something that is going to grow in your life. But I mean, maybe just you've given up the fight for it with this person. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. If this resonated, if you enjoyed it, if you've watched all of the signs, like, thanks for being here. Pisces and everyone else, I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one.